everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Angie, aka Dweebula, and Lorna, and she's drooling a lot. And today's video, I sort of have this rant about ear piercing. As you notice, my daughter's ears were pierced at 5 months old. She is now 7 months today. Yeah, CP. And I was recently attacked by some troll on Instagram about her ear piercing. So I'm sort of curious to hear how you feel, what your opinions are about piercing babies' ears. So if you're interested in hearing me rant and take my twists out, keep watching. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we hopefully will see you next video. Okay, so let's start the rant. Well, I'm gonna be undoing my hair. A few weeks ago, I was on my Instagram page. Oh, I'm using melanin. This is what I use for my twist out as well. Yeah, so a few weeks ago, I was on my page on Instagram, and out of nowhere, I got this message from some rando who was just like, "You're a bad mother. How could you do that to your child? Why would you want to put your child through all that pain and make them cry?" And I was just like, what the fuck? Sorry, excuse me. I was like, what the F? Like, sorry. Like, who are you? And why are you on my page calling me a bad mother and telling me how basically piercing my daughter's ears was like, should be a crime or something? And, you know, being someone who wasn't born in this country and having like my own cultural norms, it, to me at least, it was fairly normal to pierce my daughter's ears. It was just like something that we do. It's like a rites of passage. I don't know any female in my family who doesn't have their ears pierced. And this troll went on to say that I did it because I was vain and I'm a terrible mother. My husband is a terrible father, is a horrible father. And I don't know. I just at first tried to let it go and ignore it. But then, like, she was just nonstop messaging me. And I got to the point where I was trying to engage her. Ooh, twist out on fleek. And I did them fairly big. Yeah, I tried to engage this individual in just like conversation, light banter, to see like if she could understand where I was coming from and if I could understand where she was coming from. Because prior to adulthood, I guess, or actually, no, that's a lie. Prior to a few years ago, I never knew that there was such controversy when it came to piercing a kid's ears. Like I said, to me, it was normal. like a rites of passage. You have a little girl, you pierce her ears, whatever, and you move on with it. That's what I feel like. I keep getting lipstick on my teeth. I'm so sorry. It's pretty normal, you know? You have a little girl, you pierce their ears, and that's it. It's not like the kid is actually going to remember that they got their ears pierced. So I just didn't understand what the big deal was. And a few years ago, I started hearing people or seeing people who were just like, oh, the child needs to give their consent. Um, you wait until they're old enough to take care of it themselves and to give their consent. And that just baffled me because that's not how I was raised. But I would never go attack someone because of their choice, of their decision to pierce or not pierce their kids' ears. That just seems insane to me. Like, it's none of your business. But at the same time, I feel like if you are on social media and your life is out there, you know, the 0.1% of your life that you post or whatever on social media, people feel like they are entitled to give you their opinion about everything that you're doing because they think that 0.1% is you 24/7. And like, let's be real, it's not. So yeah, I was taken aback by that, and I tried to let it go, but like I said, every time I tried to engage this individual into like normal conversation to see where she was coming from, she just kept on like spewing profanities at me and whatnot. And I didn't do that to her. I was just like, okay, this is like some troll who really enjoys this, and this is like her high, so to speak. Like, she was not about having a real conversation. And then I did some craziness because my thing is, the other thing is that she was private. She came on my page, rolled through my DMs, and, you know, made her comments about me. And I tried to go on her page to see who she was just because I was curious. Like, is she a mom? Um, or whatever. Because I feel like sometimes people attack you and then you can't, not attack them back, but you can't like go see what they're about. Because if you know that, you know, they're mentally unstable or they're lonely in their life, then it makes sense why they go on the internet and attack people. So the fact that she was private really annoyed me because I couldn't get on there myself and go on her page and be like, okay, so this is the person who's attacking me. You know, put a face to the name, to the username on Instagram. So, a little bit of researching on my part, which in retrospect was really crazy on my part to go out there and look for her, waste the 10-15 minutes that it took. I went on her page, I searched her username, and I did some researching, and I found her on Facebook. I found where she works, where she lives, and then I sent this troll another message. I said, just because you think that you're private on social media because your page is private is just like an illusion. The moment you're on social media, you are exposed. You're not private at all. So here's your name, here's where you live, here's where you work. And I really was thinking about sending messages to your family members to let them know what a horrible person you are and how you just go on the internet and attack people. So I thought she was going to come back and be humble and apologize for her behavior. But she came back and she called me like a stalker and was like, I'm a stalker. And she started like blocking me on Facebook. And she's like, don't ever contact me again and whatnot. And then, like, at that point, I felt like I had stooped low to her level, and I should have left my first message, which was basically, God bless you and happy holidays. And I feel like it's difficult to be attacked by people you don't know and not say anything, like, and just have to turn the other cheek, so to speak, because I don't know, we're human. And I feel like if someone comes out there and says something to you, you want to say something back. It's really difficult to hold your tongue. But in the future, I think I will just ignore it because it seems inevitable for people to be on there and dislike your life choices or the life choices that you post and whatnot. So I guess my rant is done, and my question to you all is, how do you deal with the internet hate and the trolls out there of people who just always have something negative to say about you? And also, how do you feel about piercing a baby's ears? How do you feel about piercing a baby's ears? Are you part of that whole consent thing, or are you like me and you're part of like rites of passage, cultural, this is what we do kind of thing? Curious to hear. So that's it. I think my twist out came out really nice. I am going to fluff and make it look nicer. So yeah, thanks for listening to me ranting. And please comment down below, how do you feel about piercing a baby's ears? Are you team give the kid consent, so maybe they'll pierce their ears later on in life, 10, 12, whatever? Or are you part of the whole crew who are just like, it's a baby girl? I know this whole gender thing is another issue, but yeah, it's a baby girl and we pierce their ears. It's just what we've always done. Curious to know. And again, thanks for watching and listening to me rant, and I'll see you next time. Bye.